Hi everybody, thanks for stopping by. My name's FM18 and you're watching the Dafuge Challenge, episode 117, with Enfield Town FC. Well, our performances have been uneven is a good word, since our draw against Mansfield. We were home against Everton and we lost 2-0. So Cordy had an 11th minute goal, Sanchez had an 83rd minute goal for Everton, Diaz had an 82nd minute penalty kick that he missed. And this was a frustrating game because I was at home, I was on the attack. We had 17 shots, 6 on target. They had a slight possession advantage. They had 11 shots, 7 on target. We just could not put anything past Volkov. It was a really good performance by him. And I really thought we'd get something more from this game, but I don't know. If you heard a scream, it was me screaming at Diaz after he missed that penalty kick. I mean, he literally skied it over the crossbar. It was just annoying as heck. We then met Mansfield away for the replay of our game, and we won this one 3-1. And it took extra time to do it. Jordan Hodge had a 54th minute goal. I thought we had it in the bag. Then Andy Collins scored a really nice goal in the 65th minute. And Al Jahani and Phil Coe put the game away with goals in the 100th and 108th minutes. I don't know how Mansfield managed to hang around for as long as they did, because they had an absolutely miserable performance, with the exception of Collins. And Barkworth, everybody on their team just absolutely stunk on ice. They had 7 shots, 3 on target. We had 26, 13 on target. Boyle still ended up with a 6-7. It took us extra time to beat them. It wasn't a good performance. I'm glad we escaped with the win. We then were home against Stoke, and this was a really good win for us. Wendell had a first-minute goal. Caldarelli had a 16th-minute goal. Hodge had a 25th-minute goal. We had 21 shots, 9 on target. Huge possession advantage. They had 6 shots, 1 on target. Who is Giulio Caldarelli? Well, I will show you in just a minute. Because after that, we were away at Arsenal, and we lost 2-0. Tony Davis had a 30th-minute penalty kick. Vincinius had a 37th-minute goal. They were just a lot better than us when it came to shots. They had 14 shots, 11 on target. We had 9 shots, 4 on target. The guys weren't subpar. They just weren't good enough. Arsenal was just a better team today. I think if we'd played them on a different day, it could have gone either way, to be honest with you. We're kind of at that point now, I think, with the strength of the roster that we have. We're giving teams a good fight. And I'd like to think that more often than not, we'd give Arsenal a good fight. We then had the FA Cup 4th round game against Burnley away. I thought about live comming this, but I said I'd want to play West Ham. And to be honest, I was kind of in the flow. Even though we had lost to Arsenal, I still wanted to continue on playing. The first half of the game, I really thought it was a mistake. Paulo had a brace of goals 8 minutes apart for Burnley, 20th and 28th minutes. And then in the second half, we absolutely came alive. Giulio Caldarelli had goals in the 47th and 64th minute. Tom Yu had a 54th minute goal. Jordan Hodge had a 67th minute goal. Dwayne Edwards had a 91st minute goal to make the game look closer than it actually appeared. Burnley had 15 shots, 6 on target. We had 12 shots, 8 on target. And this was a complete turnaround from our last game. In this case, we were better in front of the goal and shots-wise, and they weren't. Their defense wasn't as good as ours. Our defense wasn't as good as it could have been, but it did more than enough. So the transfer window is closed, and we've had a couple of people leave, including one I wasn't expecting. Camillo has left. He's gone to Leicester for £21.5 million, going up to £28 million. One of the Spanish teams, I want to say Real Sociedad made an offer for him that I turned down because it didn't meet his minimum release fee. And boy, did he get upset. And I'm not quite sure why. But he came to me complaining that he at least wanted the opportunity to talk to them. And I couldn't believe it. But I also thought, you know what? If he doesn't want to be here, I'm certainly not going to keep him here. So I put him out there for value, and a bunch of other teams came in for him. I negotiated with a couple of them. Leicester made the best deal because the extra money is tied up in appearance fees and goals. So, normally I try not to trade a player to a team in the same division that I'm playing in, but in this case it couldn't be avoided. Samuel Campiercho left. He just wasn't getting any playing time. I put him on the transfer list. No one bit. I asked him to find a team, and no one bit. I put him out there on loan. Cesena offered £28,000 a month, and they're paying part of his salary. They also offered a $4.9 million fee to purchase his contract at the end of the loan, but he turned down their contract offer. So he's still on loan, but I believe the contract offer is now optional. Robert Wendell left to go to Hull. The 2 ACL injuries in the past 18 months just took whatever potential he had away. His skills had fallen off drastically. He wasn't going to get a lot of first-team playing time here. I tried loaning him out to try and find him a place. No one came asking for him. I put him out for transfer, and Hull snapped him up for £575,000. If he has any sort of success there, more power to him. Yoran Scarmendia came to me complaining about lack of first-team playing time. He was my primary advanced midfielder in the 4-3-1-2. I haven't been playing it that much. I'll switch to it during some games, and he's been getting playing time off the bench, but he wasn't happy with it. And he came to me complaining, saying, "You haven't kept your promise." I said, "Look, the team's doing really well. You're just going to have to wait your chance." And he absolutely pitched a fit. Just went off the deep end. And I said, "You know what? You're done. You're out of here." And he's like, "Well, it was the you're going to regret doing this." And I went back and looked at the squad, and probably 80% of the squad was like happy with the way I treated him. I put him out there for transfer for about half his value. I got him on a free, and his value is $12.5 million. I put him out there for $10 million, $7 million, $5 million, $3 million, no takers. I put him out there on loan, and Celta de Vigo snapped him up for £140,000 a month. I don't know if they have an option to buy or not. If I look at the loan, it says £475,000, but I don't know that I'd sell him for that little, but anything above zero is good. With Camilo going out, we needed a striker. I went after Ian Skinner first. With the success he had on the team last time and the fact that he had only gotten better since he left us, I thought he would have fit no problem. I would have used the money that Camilo brought in to get him. He went to Watford for £40.5 million. I like Ian Skinner. I don't like him £40.5 million. And Watford in the Championship, I don't know exactly what they're thinking, but he's done a job for him in 3 appearances. He's had 3 goals and 1 player of the match. They're currently second in the Championship. But, holy cow. They've sold £307 million worth of players? No wonder they got him for $40.5 million. They could afford 6 of them, 7 of them. Jeez. Well, even after selling that much, they're doing well in the Championship. I needed a replacement striker, and I wanted a homegrown English player. None of the young strikers out there were available for transfer. I I looked at a couple loan players and I didn't find anybody I liked. And then I looked at the international loans because I have Diaz and Durante already on the team. They fill my English loan quota. I can only have 2 players from the same league that I'm in, as I understand it. Roma had Giulio Caldarelli out there. I really like this guy. 20 years old, under 21 appearances for Italy already. 3.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability. Really good physicals, decent mentals, good technicals. The 17 finishing, the 16 free kick taking are nice. 13 first touch is okay. I love that he places his shots. This guy is fabulous. When I scouted him and saw what was going on, I tried putting in a clause that said, hey, I will buy him for £24 million, and Roma flat out turned me down, which is fine. There are other young strikers out there I also had my eye on. There was one from Spartak that I really liked. I made an offer for him, and the team accepted it, and the contract negotiation started, and he was like, I just signed a contract with these guys. I don't want to leave. It's like, okay, cool. I get that. So he has come in as the poacher and done a really nice job for us. So today we are playing our old nemesis West Ham. I'm going to set the best 11 for that, and we'll be back with that match in just a bit. Well, today we are away at West Ham, and they are playing a 3-4-3. Bernardo in goal, Oliveira, Udokai, and Douglas as the defensive back 3. Kulusevski, Casanova, Goodwin, and Schaap as the midfield 4. Campbell, David, and Inacio up top as the strikers. We are playing our 4-3-3 with Hernandez in goal, Vitor, Durante, Millen, and Bautista as the defensive back 4. Ko, Wendell, and Mew as the midfield 3. Kramer, Hodge, and Caldarelli up top as the strikers. Now, this is Durante's 150th game with the team. Sad thing is, I don't think he's going to be back next year. I don't know that I'm willing to pay for him. Oh, Mew on the outside of the box. Caldarelli, Wendell has it, and his shot stopped by Bernardo. I don't know if I want to pay for him. I've got some younger players on the team I wouldn't mind starting. And something tells me, Man United? God, I can't remember which team he's from off the top of my head. It's one of the Manchester teams. They're going to want at least 2 or 3 times his value. Inacio, nuts. Another early goal. We are giving up way, way too many of those. That was a good ball movement by West Ham. That is just... Millen with the throw-in. To Vitor, over to Wendell. His shot stopped by Bernardo. Goal kick into the crowd. Knocked down. Wendell has it. Up to Kramer. Over to Mew. Back to Ko, up into space for Kramer. Crosses it in. Oh, nice header, but it hits the post and goes out. Campbell with a throw for West Ham to Kulusevski. Over to Goodwin. Crosses it into Schaap. Oh, jeez. He hits a far post shot that hits the post and caroms in. Hernandez was not in the right place, I think. At least looking at that game. Kulusevski, his pass is too hard. Durante, back to Hernandez. Give him the ball away. Leonardo to Schaap. Goodwin knocks the ball. Okay, one of the Enfield players knocked it away. Hodge has it. Up to Caldarelli, and he scores. That's what I love about this guy. Holy cow. If I can buy him for next season, I will buy him for next season. It may cost me a bit of money, but something tells me he is going to be absolutely worth it. Nice long pass by Vitor to Hodge. That was an interesting maneuver by the West Ham keeper, Bernardo. Kickoff highlight. This is never good. Durante runs the ball down. He's going to center it. Oh, well, he's going to send it right to Casanova. Good thing Bautista was there. Kremer has it. Up to Hodge. Passes up to Caldarelli. Oh, just wide. Corner kick, Wendell. Kremer's there, and he scores. Well done. Nice header by Kremer. Nice kick by Wendell. Well, ratings-wise, Bautista has not had the best game. He's made a couple key saves. A couple key interceptions, rather, that I've seen. Durante is not having the best game either. Coming up on halftime. Wendell intercepts the Kusalevsky pass up to Hodge. Cross it to Kremer. Nice. Going into half the lead with a goal you scored just before the whistle is always a good thing. Wendell with a nice interception and good pass up to Hodge, who had the presence of mind to pass it. There were times last season where Camilo or Rivera would have taken that shot and they would have hit it right at the keeper. 12 shots, 8 on target for us, 10 shots, 5 on target for West Ham. Well, we're just going to have to play it by ear here, see how the rest of the game goes. If there's going to be passes like that, it's not going to go all that well. David to Kulusevski, Casanova. Oh, Hernandez pushes it just wide enough that it bounces off the post and does not go in. Everybody seems to have recovered ratings-wise. Coming up on 60 minutes here. I'm going to drop back down to the counter. You knew that was going to happen. Just as I was getting ready to make the substitution, Bautista goes and gets a yellow. Okay, well, he was going to come out anyways. Ugarte is going to go on for Bautista. And Mugwo, who is my Cameroonian international, came back from loan, is going to go on for Durante. Pretty even game so far. Wendell, the kick, sends it in, knocked out. Wendell gets it back. He and Mew play a bit of back and forth. Mugwo out to Kremer, and he shoots it right at Bernardo. Okay. Guess I spoke too soon. Oh, Caldarelli's pass is weak, but Hodge recovers it. Kremer crosses it. Caldarelli's there. Very nice. Oh, our teamwork is so much better this season. Hodge got lucky there. Coming up on 75 minutes. I'm going to take I'm going to take Millen off. Why did I say Hodge? I'm not going to take Millen off. I do not have... Oh, yeah, I can. Vidor is going to come over and replace Millen. Holm is going to come on and replace Vidor at the left wing back spot. I'm training Vidor up to be a central defender. He's not getting a lot of playing time there, simply because he's a better left back at the moment. I need him at the left back position. Doesn't make a lot of sense, I know, but then again, the evidence is pretty clear that I'm not the best at this game when it comes to that sort of stuff. So, 80 minutes in. Casanova with a throw-in for West Ham to Reynolds. Passes it up into space to Molina. Centers it to David. Dispossessed, but Molina grabs it. Goodwin's shot is weak. Hernandez has no problem stopping that. Hernandez sends it to Hodge, who somehow sends it back to Vidor. Kremer sends it over to Caldarelli. Back to Ugarte. Over to Mew, who's all alone. Crosses it in. Kremer's there, but his header goes above the crossbar. Fifth goal would have been nice. Oh, a good performance by the guys. Well done. Ugarte, Mew, and that is the game. West Ham has been our nemesis for the better part of 4 seasons. We've not had the best of results against them. This is an excellent result. And with that win, we have moved up into 8th place. 40 points. A win will see us challenging for Europe, at least close to it. Looks like Man City is running away with the league. Man United nipping at their heels. Could we get European play? That'd be interesting. We've got Brighton next in the FA Cup 5th round. So we will come back for them. That's right after Man City, so I don't know, Man City's going to tell us exactly how well we're doing. So, but we will be back for the Brighton game. But getting a win is always nice. Getting a win against a team who has been your bogeyman / nemesis the better part of 4 or 5 seasons is great. Calderelli is turning out to be an excellent signee. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get him next year. I don't know what my transfer budget's going to be. I don't know. It's interesting. You know, if I have an £80 million transfer budget, do I want to spend 40 million of it on a young striker? Because I think that's what it would cost to get him. Just looking at some of the opportunities I've had this season to go out and sign young strikers. You know, the kid from Spartak, I got him for 24 million, and he didn't come because he didn't want to. He just signed a new contract with the team. You know, something tells me Calderelli would be in that 24 to 35 million pound range. And while adding another young striker would be nice, I've got other holes on the line I'm going to need to fill. There's going to be players leaving for a variety of reasons. And if Calderelli's the type of striker I can get on loan, I'm better off getting a striker on loan for a year. Or 5, as the case of Diaz and Durante show. That said, it was a solid win. Moves us up to 8th place in the Premier League. And, you know, if things fall right, we could get European football, which would be very, very cool. If you liked what you've seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave them down below. I will answer them as fast as I can. My name's FM18. I thank you for watching.